Good afternoon, guys. It's the CannaSocial podcast. It's your host, Carrie. It's Mr. Grinch, all the way from Cali to Fort Lauderdale to Orlando. The guy that travels all over the world, my cannabis specialist. You got your other host here, Mr. Matthew.
Sir.
How you guys doing today, fellas?
Pretty good.
We got a special guest in the building, a special dispensary that hopefully one day will be able to come onto our show and bless us with their gracious presence. But till then, it's a great day, guys. It's an amazing, amazing Tuesday.
It's been a great Tuesday.
Yes, it really has. Office has been working. Our staff has been doing great. The world's been going a little crazy, though. We woke up to a lot of different shit in the news today.
Yeah.
I think one of the craziest things is, I guess, the power trip that athletes have. One of them specifically goes to Rajon Rondo. If anybody knows about him, he's a two-time NBA Hall of Famer, a two-time NBA champion, Hall of Famer for sure, one of the greatest point guards of our time. What exactly did he do?
Well, he pulled a gun on his
A real firearm.
On his ex-wife, or was it his wife?
It's his kid's mother.
His kid's mother.
Yeah.
But also in front of his kids at the same time.
I don't know how you go from saying, baby, I love you, have my children,
Threatening to kill you.
to pull a whole firearm. Are you okay there, Mr. Grinch?
Damn, what kind of gun did he pull?
I don't know. Probably a pistol or something.
But why pull a gun?
I don't know.
I don't get that.
I
Why?
don't know.
You really feel threatened about your baby mama?
Yeah.
I don't
That threatened?
I don't know if it was a threatening situation. I mean, I don't.
What are you waiting time out? So you're telling me that?
Because what I read is that he was having an outburst, like he was having some sort of anger issue, and he just pulled a gun on his baby mama. But that's something that it's not like you gotta think about what you're gonna do, especially if you have a firearm. So
Yeah, I definitely agree. I agree 100%. He's out there in Cali. He has some sort of concealed permit or weaponization permit for that. But what you're not really understanding is they train us, they teach us, meaning the NFT, the NRA, they actually teach us, hey, listen, you pull your firearm, you're like Mr. Grinch said, threatened for your life.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the woman that gave you multiple children, this short little thick chocolate thing is going to kill me?
no.
Jesus Christ. I don't know where this is going to.
That's funny as fuck.
It is. He didn't. I think, and I don't condone, and I don't respect men that hit women. I truly don't.
Me and you both of them.
I don't. But I think I would, if there's any type of respect to give Rondo and give a man, if you would have slapped your wife or some shit, I can understand domestic violence. You're a fucking idiot. You have rage, you put your hands on a woman.
Yeah.
You can learn from that.
Yeah, but no, you still gotta have some sort of self-control.
Yeah,
You pulled a gun?
I mean, yeah, that's beyond. And
No,
She
now-
was cheating on him. She was cheating on him. He found out she was smashing a teammate. That's what I feel, guys.
Well, I mean, now he just lost his kids because she's got full custody of them.
Find a new girl.
But like, even if he wants to go like see his kids, there's a restraining order now.
500 feet.
500 feet. Yeah, he can't be within 500 feet of his own kids. Like I couldn't imagine that.
500 feet of your own children. Isn't it 3 feet per yard?
Yeah.
So he's over he could be a football field away.
And get arrested.
Jesus Christ. But you know what? I could finally say that the American system, as you can say, the American government, as you can say, is doing the right thing. They're taking that threat very seriously.
Oh, yeah.
They definitely are making him go above and beyond to do anything even better. Because look at what we're talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
He pulled a gun. What if he really would have pulled that trigger? Even if it was an accident. Now you have to, that's murder. A motherless, 3-4 kids, motherless.
Yeah. And then fatherless at the same time.
Yeah. Because behind jail, you can't really raise too much,
Nope.
right? Now let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys really truly think that you guys saw Ric Flair? You guys, here's his last match coming about.
Yeah.
We've heard this 20 times growing up. We're in a different age group than you are.
Mhm.
We're about 10 to 15 years different than you are.
When it was WWF.
Yeah. That's when it was different, right? Do you think this is one's last match? Yes or no?
Hard to say.
Hard to say. What do you think?
Man's old, but I think it could be publicity and trying to come back. I don't think it's his last one. I say no.
You okay?
Yeah.
That's some good cannabis.
Yes.
Again, anybody who wants to what we're smoking, what we're doing. Shout out to the Flowery. They're in Miami. I know a lot of our clients are, and our patients and our viewers are Orlando and Kissimmee based. Like, well, why are you talking about a Miami dispensary for? Guys, the Flowery, not only do they deliver for free.
Yeah.
For free,
No
every
charge.
Wednesday.
Yeah, no charge.
I mean, your age of $45, $40, $50, and there's guaranteed selling you top 3 strings,
Oh.
top 3 in the state of Florida.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's some of the best that's come around.
And you know, we're talking about weed, we're talking about Ric Flair, we were talking about him retiring. I think personally, that's why I led into that weed. I think that Ric Flair is going to retire. I think the reason why is because you guys see when Mike Tyson was arrested 5, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, he was a laughingstock. Not one person wanted to work with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was broke. Wesley Snipes was broke. Now look at these guys. Mike Tyson not only has one of the biggest cannabis brands, he's in Vegas,
Yeah.
he's in Cali,
Yeah.
Portland, it's coming down here to Miami and Florida. Now, Ric Flair is getting into the brand as well, in the cannabis field. He had a big, I think Ric Flair should have came into this game.
Yeah.
When he was with Offset, what's that song called?
Ric Flair drip.
Okay,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you had a
He should have been out. Yeah, you're right. That would have been such a smart time for him to jump into that market.
But you know what the coolest thing is? And this is why people watch our podcast, this is why people tune into us so much, because we teach a lot of shit. Now think about that. Those millions of records sold. Now the people who didn't know who Ric Flair was now knows how he is. You know
Yeah.
how easier it is to sell this product?
Exactly.
And he didn't come up with weed. What were you going to say?
I can say this for sure. I didn't know who Ric Flair was until I heard that song. Honestly.
You had no idea.
I had no idea who Ric Flair was. Right? And everybody's walking around going, Ric Flair drip go woo on the bitch, right? Come to find out, that's just like, it's this thing. He always says woo. So,
You never heard the Ric Flair spiel, limousine riding, jet flying.
not until after that.
That man said, I spent more money on spilt liquor last year than what you made in the whole year. If a man told me that, bro, I'm walking out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
100%.
Shit.
I don't think
Slap
that's-
me in the face.
What?
Yeah. That was a slap.
Without
with
slapping
words.
me.
Yeah, literally.
I think that was some craziest thing. Like, my viewers at home, you guys always DM, you guys always message again. Yes,
Yeah.
we're going to cut that. We're going to ask you guys, what would you do if a man told you that?
Yeah.
Would you, even if you could even beat him up, is it
Nah,
worth it?
it's not worth it.
No, because man,
No,
he
no.
got more money than you, bro. Like,
For
he
sure.
just- listen to me. Now, you heard about this thing in Tijuana, in this California thing. I know we hear about it all the time. We watch the Law and Order, SVUs.
Yeah.
We're big into the drug cartel
Yeah,
game. but
drug busts and shit.
They really
1,700 miles.
A tunnel.
Tunnel.
Yeah.
So you can take one tunnel, go through here,
Underneath everything.
say what's up over here, and when they raided that, what happened? What's the
So I guess the feds raided the whole tunnel. They found the location in San Diego, like the entrance, and they followed it all the way, came out, and it took them to Tijuana. So it's from Tijuana to San Diego, all the way straight through. And throughout that process, whenever along the way or at the end, they had found 6 people with a boatload of drugs, and they had everything from meth to heroin, crack cocaine, fentanyl, weed, and it was over $25 million street value of drugs.
6 people with $25 million worth of drugs.
Yes.
You know, that fentanyl thing, it's crazy how we keep talking about this. It's crazy. Yesterday we saw a 58-year-old Caucasian white American
Yeah.
get stopped with,
It was 28 pounds of marijuana, right? But 10 grams of fentanyl. And the 10 grams of fentanyl is enough to kill 5,000 people. Like,
Think about that,
just
guys.
10 grams. Like, that's it.
and how many pounds a week?
28 pounds.
28 pounds a week. You know there's 28 20 ounces. There's 28 grams per ounce a week.
Per ounce.
There's 16 ounces per pound.
Yes.
There's 448 grams per
Yeah,
pound. Do you guys really imagine that? Like, that's a lot what we talk about, guys. You guys talk about your local drug dealers. You guys talk about your local plugs. Like, you guys are really understanding what they're doing in that. Do you understand that this guy, I'm not saying that these other, and I'm not talking about my legend vendors. I'm not talking about the guys who go day in and day out. They grow their own products. They fly their own products in there. They're saying the police, they're flying this shit through, and they're taking that risk daily
Yeah.
for us because they feel like Florida products isn't what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But I think that's shit. Because if you really think about it, guys, show me another place, show me a local plug where they're testing their product. And I'm testing it, you're testing it, and a third party's testing it.
Before it hits the shelf.
Yeah, there's an expiration date on it. Yo, have you guys ever seen these plugs, these trappers, these guys' fingernails? Like, you ever seen the videos that they do? Brody, them shits be blacker than their, my boy, than their tires. And that's the same weed that you're putting into your mouth. You guys want to go eat organically. We want to do everything that's right, put everything right in our body, but yet you won't get your card. Don't even get your card through me. I don't even care if you don't get your card through our entity. Get your card through somewhere.
Regardless.
Yeah. Know what you're putting into your body, like, so you can actually get that real Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of you guys be seeing this shit on the TMZs, and dude, you guys see Allen Iverson dropping a strain, or you see the cookies or something. That's really not Gary Payton. Listen, guys, there's only one Gary Payton cookies.
Yeah,
There's only one, dog. There isn't 25. Gary Payton never hit you with a crossover. He never was that layup, nigga. If anybody who wants to know sports, Gary Payton was a lockdown defender. Cookies has one strain of him, dog. It's like Teslada with the fucking jokes up. He has one strain, guys. That's something where we need to get our people to understand, because a lot of people, they don't understand that. Let me ask you a question. Name me a strain that was probably the fire strain that you guys may have gotten from your local drug dealer. I know you're going to say a gelato strain.
Local?
Yeah. Anything that you get out here, give me.
Like out here?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, out here, from here.
out here, what they usually get, gelato, sherbet.
What is yours?
I had this one, it was from a legend vendor, Pressure Choices.
Mm-hmm.
It was, oh my gosh. It was purple slushy.
Both these guys.
Slushy.
And can you get it again?
Probably not.
Okay, and can you get yours
You know
again?
what? I had some OG ones. That shit was fire.
See, guys.
But it was once.
Yeah, it was once.
My point was proven. You know, I have something here like from the Flowery. It's called black cherry gelato. You know, guys, me being a medical patient, not you guys are medical patients, but you know the greatest thing about my plug is I can just call them.
Yeah.
And I'm getting delivered on a Wednesday. I'm picking up on a Thursday. Like that's what
like I know from experience. Like I hate it. It's like meet me in 10 minutes, and then you wait 10 minutes, and then it's like, oh, I'll be there in 30 minutes. It's like, oh, what the fuck you talking about? And it's like, all right, you end up sitting there for another 2 hours waiting for somebody, bro. Like you gotta end up waiting on people and shit. Like at the dispensary, you can walk in, go in, wait maximum 30 minutes if it's a busy day, and walk out, no issues.
once you have your medical card,
Yep.
once you have your doctor's script done, once you guys seen your physician, once you know what you're going to buy. Like a lot of times that you guys going to buy products, I know a product that you guys probably would never use regularly. When's the last time you used a patch?
Never used the patch.
Me neither.
But guess what? You're going to a big bowling tournament this weekend. You're going to get that wrist pain, that back pain. You're going to get to that point of your life where you're going to that third frame, that fourth frame. That's something to keep your body medicated consistently. You're on the computer 24/7. You're sitting down, your back, your neck. Those are things that patients don't really pay attention to. A lot of you guys, a lot of us patients out there, we think that we have to medicate by smoking. Yeah, guys, we smoke. We think it's cool. We do that because our job allows us to do that.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? You go to other dispensaries and they can show you what patches are. A lot of you guys are like, what's patches? Well, Move, for example, has a dope set of patches, and I bought a couple of them, and I really want you guys to show you guys what it's like, because a lot of times, like I tell my patients, I put it right here on your wrist. You're supposed to put it on this part of your skin. A lot of times patients will tell you put it on your back or under your feet. I think that's the most uncomfortable.
Under your feet?
Yes, under your feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because I mean like same thing with like Vapor Vicks or whatever the hell. You put it on your feet, put socks on.
Right. So it's supposed to go into your system faster.
Yeah.
You put it right here, guys, and you're able to use something that's a little different. Use something that's worthwhile. I know a lot of us out there, we think about cost. We think about prices going up. Like, I know we talked about a little bit before, gas prices. I think gas prices above and beyond what it should be.
And it's still going up.
Yeah, do you guys see an end in sight?
No.
Do you see an end in sight?
Nope.
So, summertime, gas prices over $6.
I wouldn't say that's steep.
Nah, that's too fast.
Yeah.
That's too fast.
I'd say maybe by next year.
No, you know what? It might stop. Just give it a couple. You just have to divert the gas from everybody's mind. That's just what they're gonna do.
But like
Divert the gas by everybody's mind.
Yeah, so basically they're gonna get other things on your mind where it's gonna stop from you thinking about the gas.
Okay.
Once you see it go up, then you think about it. Like,
I guess everybody has that person in their group who's like a conspiracy theorist type of guy. I guess. I think he's Mr. Grinch is not He's not
that's
conspiracy
what I think. You know, it's like, cause think about it. Who was really thinking about gas not too long ago? Nobody was. Until the war came along, and everybody's like, okay, because the war is going up.
I don't know about you, dog. I've been paying $100 for a gas tank.
I've been paying attention to gas for a minute though.
No, yeah, because I mean, think about it. A couple of years ago, it was at $2. Now we're at what, 4?
Okay.
Almost 5. Well, for if
Time
you
out,
want
guys.
premium
Time out,
fuel,
time
it's
out, time
almost
out.
7.
Time out. How the fuck are we about to go past what the fuck he just said? He just said 2 years ago it was $2. Are you high? Yeah,
No.
2 years ago.
No,
I said it a few years ago.
Okay, a few years ago. Danny, gas hasn't been $2, dog, in over like 10 years.
What you mean? Back in 2016, when I moved down here, it was $2.
Dog,
I
I
can
would,
attest to that.
I would love
Over my
So
area.
you're telling me 6 years ago gas was $2?
Yeah.
$2
I really feel
No,
old, I truly am.
yeah.
Over in
Yeah.
Sanford, Lake Mary, it
Yeah,
was
over
for
here.
sure $2, and
Over
the
there.
lowest I seen it hit was $1.89.
Yeah.
So let me ask you the question. So we're talking about what?
That was
50 cents-
2016.
50 cents per year raise?
2016, that's what I'm saying, 2016.
So 50 cents per
I've
year
only been
raise?
living here for what, 6 years almost?
So you're cool with that? 50 cents per year raise? on gas.
Yeah, I'm from LA, dog. It's shit like $6 out there.
Yeah, but it's about to be
You
that.
feel me? But I've noticed that though. Like it's been going up slowly. You understand me?
Let me ask you a question. It's because you come from a travel background. You live in different places, especially from California to Florida. A new article came out. It's trending out here on Twitter. It's trending on Tumblr. LA is no longer the most expensive. Look, California is no longer the most expensive state to live.
Okay.
The state of Florida is.
Yeah, we talked about that last time on the podcast.
But it's banging out more now. People are really starting to believe this. People
Yeah.
are really starting to say.
I think it's because the influx of people that are coming here.
Yeah,
There's just so
population.
many people that are coming here right now.
Population. You got to think about it. If you look at Florida, okay, Florida goes like a F or a,
Yeah.
right? It goes like this. It's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
long ass state. If you drive from Key West all the way to the end towards what? Alabama.
Yeah.
It's a long ass state to drive, just like California.
Yeah.
But California is a little more the opposite way of it.
Yeah.
You understand me? But it's kind of the same type of distance. It's the same type.
So you're telling me because people's living in it? Okay, guys.
Population's grown. Alright, so
And that's the reason why it's more
yeah,
expensive?
because LA
Yes.
is the same way. LA is overpopulated, so
Yeah.
it costs a lot. You know what I'm
There's a
saying?
high demand for everything.
Exactly.
Okay.
So the same thing with San Francisco. San Francisco has a high demand, but San Francisco is not as big as California. LA. San Francisco is smaller, but at the same time, it's a big ass community.
So
You
you're
think,
saying
go
San
to
Francisco is
Miami
Miami.
right now. Go to Miami right now.
That's what happens.
So San Fran's like Miami.
Basically,
Understood.
It's like Miami's
It's getting
overpopulated. Crazy right now.
Yeah.
Like
So are
gas
you
down
agreeing
there is
with
already
it?
$7.
I mean, I can see it. I can see it happening. I
Can
don't know
you
if it's there
See
yet.
what?
That Florida's more expensive than Cali.
Now, yeah.
What about wheat prices?
Not with and not no because we don't pay the tax.
Yeah.
We don't pay the tax on the bud. I've had people tell me that.
Think
they're
about
like,
it,
oh,
bro.
I get a
Back in the days, I've been having my meds since 2008. So back in the days of 2009, 2010, I used to go inside a med shop and buy $60 eggs, just like you guys do. You feel me?
So what is it now? So in Cali, what's the average price of ounce right now? $200, $300, $400?
what the
Price of wheat for an ounce.
for an ounce depends on the medical shop you go to.
So what's that? About 250, 300? Some pretty decent wheat.
350.
What's the average price of an ounce of wheat out here in Florida? Some pretty decent wheat.
flame like
Yeah.
200.
No, out of dispensary.
Oh,
At a dispensary.
you can get at True Leaf. You can get it for, it's 220, 240.
Their best.
Their best.
Best.
Well, they sell it. It's like 60 and eighth all the way up.
So 400.
So fine.
So no matter what state you go to,
Weed is always gonna cost a lot.
same shit, same
It's
price.
transportation.
But you have to pay tax on it
Yeah.
in Cali.
Yeah.
We don't.
It's recreational.
Yeah, we don't. So we'll pay 400 before tax. And you'll pay
But
400.
before that, we used to pay 350, 320.
Yeah.
So right now,
Yeah.
weed's cheaper in Florida because your sales tax. If it goes recreational, you get your medical card, you don't gotta pay your tax.
Yeah.
That's the whole purpose of going recreational. That's what Ms. Free's pushing so hard for.
Exactly.
I get the concept of it.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping now our viewers at home understand the concept. So break it back down is like this. Price of weed in Florida, price of weed in Cali, damn near the same thing. The biggest difference is your taxes.
Yep.
You're paying 20, 30, 40% taxes on that weed in Cali. In the state of Florida, you're not. You have your medical card when it goes recreational, when Ms. Free's trying to fight for, and a lot of other big weed advocates trying to fight for is, yeah, let's push your recreational, but push your taxes so that once you get your med card, you're able to waive those. I don't see how it's gonna work. Potentially it's gonna work that way. I doubt it. I think we're still gonna get taxed on our cannabis. I think that because we've been medical for so long, they're gonna give us like a little glide, a break. Because you go to Portland right now, you go to Michigan right now, and you get your med card, you're still paying taxes on that weed. So all of us out here yet who wanna make sure we're smoking right, who wanna make sure we're doing right, this is the way to go. We talked about a little bit of topics today. What was the last topic, most popular topic you wanted to hit? Would you cover everything you wanted to cover today?
I'm pretty sure we covered everything.
I haven't asked you yet, dude. I know that both you guys don't carry firearms as CWPs yet. I definitely want to push you guys to do that. How would you have you been seeing the news what's going on? What happened in Buffalo? What happened in Cali? For example,
Doesn't he have a CWP?
yeah.
He already has a CWP.
So you have your CWP. So let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
Would you want your wife to have a CWP?
Why not?
Exactly like this. Do you feel that if you had your concealed permit and you were in Buffalo, New York, when the guy came out and he was spraying down, do you feel you would have been able to pull your firearm and defend yourself? Or do you feel like you would have been one of those other people that, huh?
That's what you're trained for.
What about you?
Yeah, I agree. That's what you trained for.
So what about that, the 100 people I was out there? You guys saw the reports, there was 19 people in that facility there that had firearms.
Well, they didn't do anything.
The thing about it is that
How do we get better?
people are never prepared.
Yeah,
You
never.
understand me? Like, yeah, you may have your firearm, but mentally you're not prepared. You understand me? You go with your day-to-day. You understand me? Some people don't know how to click when that happens. Some people have never been in those type of situations. You understand me? There's other people that have probably been in that situation, never had a gun, but now that they do, they could probably pull it out.
So how can we get better? How can we get our wives better? How can we get our kids better? How
Well,
can
so that goes back to what I was saying the other day about training.
Prepare mentally.
Yeah, it all comes down to the training. You got to go to.
So where can I go to Lambda to go train now? Where would I go?
I don't know. off the
Where would
top
I
of my
go?
It all comes from home.
They have there's like
You
defense
have
classes.
training,
people-
right?
Listen to me.
You have training, right?
Yeah, no, stop. I'm not talking about me, Danny.
No, I'm saying just in general.
In general.
Yeah.
No, you don't have training because in the state of Florida, you have a concealed permit class like you went to and I went to. It was a 4-hour course. Guy came to my house, showed me some guns, had me shoot a 38 Walther inside a tube, and that was it. I got my concealed permit. I got my fingerprints done. When you go get a concealed permit out here these days, even if you go to a class, you're not live trained down range. There's not a place that I can think of that we can go through to do that. That's my issue, though.
Yeah, okay. I understand.
That's what I'm trying to get to, like,
I understand what you're doing.
regardless of what we went through, I went to police academy, I've been there and I've done that. I understand that concept of life. What I don't understand is how do I get the average Joe to get to that? How do I get to our viewers at home to say, you know what? Yeah, these guys there, they do smoke weed, we do got a concealed permit, you do carry. Okay, well these guys talk about, yeah, we're about that shit, but where do we go to train at? Where do we go to get better at? That's what we should be at, bro. We should find some spots, we should be able to put that out there. We should be the guys talking about, yeah guys, we do go shooting once a month. We're that okay to understand that we need to train ourselves, that you should too.
Exactly.
But even though you're training, like you can only really train for your own reaction time, right?
Okay.
But that's never gonna get over what he was talking about, the mental part of it. Because when it comes down to a situation, you're getting shot at. You're not gonna wanna. You're gonna start sweating. You're gonna start thinking. Time's gonna go slow, and you're not gonna want to lay down somebody else's life.
Your mind clicks
Like,
to run.
Yeah,
That's the
it's
ball.
fight or flight, and that's
Yes.
it comes to a natural response in the body. So it depends on the person. It really depends on the person
It's
because
a
either the
mental,
person's
yeah.
gonna run away even if
Yeah.
they have a firearm, or they're gonna stand there and stand their ground.
I think that's something I want y'all to talk about. I think that's something our DM should come in, our questions should come in.
For
You guys
sure.
shoot us the comments. Let us know what y'all think because we talk about a lot in our podcast. We talk about a bunch of different, and I know we range off a lot and it's supposed to be about cannabis, but my main point about this is once a day, if we can talk about something that gets you thinking about what the hell you just saw, what the hell you just watched, to understand that it's not about being how tough you are, it's not about what you wear, it's about understanding yourself. It's about understanding that these fellas that you watch, and even who I watch, they train, they need help. We all need help to get better in life, guys. So I appreciate everybody who watches this, man. It is the CannaSocial podcast. I appreciate you, Mr. Grinch.
I appreciate
Mr.
you.
Matthew, I appreciate you guys.